On today's episode, we are going to be doing some budget-friendly, easy DIY IKEA hacks. We have one little twist we're going to be doing with a special project for my DIY dolly, my sweet little doggy. A big thank you to Sundays for Dogs for sponsoring this episode. Now let's get on the road. Here, let's go shopping. Last time, we're gonna buzz through the upstairs just really quick to see if there's some new things that I wanted to check out. We won't spend a ton of time up here. Most of the time we're gonna be down in the marketplace, so we are gonna check it out up here. Super soft. They've changed things up since I was last here, so I'm gonna show you a few of the things. This area is new. I kind of like this sofa. It looks comfy. I like the one cushion. This is really cute. It's new. I like the arms on it. Be cute like for a buffet or a dining room area up against a wall. So cute. I like the color of that. That would be really cute outdoors. Maybe we'll have to do a hack on that a little later or early next year, I should say. This is cute. These are new. This is new and it's very hackable. Maybe a possibility, I don't know. And these round ottomans are new and very hackable. However, I have DIY'd my own round ottoman before. It's very doable and a lot cheaper than 200 bucks. So I think I'll pass on this one. Honey, I found your room. It's golf themed and it's got plaid wallpaper. I don't know, maybe ideas for your golf room. However, I think those are like toy or fake golf clubs, but it's kind of fun. I like the plaid for a very masculine look. There we go. My honey would sure like that. That is not a real golfer right there. I know because I'm married to one. That is a model. That's fun. Very kind of mid-century feel right here. This is so much fun. They've totally redone it up here, and so they do that every once in a while, and it's kind of fun to see new ideas. I've always wanted to do a hack on this. I don't have a really good spot for it though right now, so such a good price, $15. I feel like I could do something with that. Maybe an outdoor project? I don't know. See, maybe not today though. Okay, I've always been intrigued by this piece since they released it. I think it could be really interesting to do something with. Also, this piece could be fun. I'm so tempted by these bigger items, but I'm really looking to do smaller stuff right now. I'm exhausted from Christmas. Oh my goodness, the last time I was here, I really wanted to see these out of the box, and they wouldn't pull them out, but it's so interesting. I feel like one of these could be in my future something, because they have these in different sizes and everything. What do you think? Should I do something with this in the future? Look at all of the different ways you can use the calyx. So crazy. Makes me want some for my craft room. This is a piece that I could get behind without hacking. I like it. What do you think? I really love the kitchen area. It's always fun to come in here. A little tiny kitchen, so cute. Ooh, I might need that for my laundry room. This is intriguing. I'm doing some kitchen updates, so that one could be interesting, but maybe not today. Again, I'm looking for smaller things today. You know, I've never really been a big fan of their dining tables or dining chairs, really, so I usually skip through there, but every time I peek just to see if they got something else. But all of their dressers and nightstands and all of that are very hackable. Actually, I don't know if I've ever noticed this one before. That's pretty cool, especially for like a teen bedroom or something. I always liked this room, even though I probably wouldn't do it for myself. I like the kind of moody tone of it. Okay, I noticed this one online and I loved it because it's kind of like the Hemnes, but better because it has like a shorter overhang and everything, which makes it a little bit more streamlined. So I could definitely see myself hacking this in the future. Let me know if you want to see that. Very, very similar to the Hemnes though, but better and cheaper, I think. I think this would make a really good like nightstand for like a king size bed or even like a queen size if you have a lot of room. Here it is. Like the whole thing is just like the Hemnes but improved. It looks very Pottery Barn like, but you know, I think it could use new hardware, which would be such a simple fix. And look at this cool one with the drawers over here. This is fun. Ikea's filling moody and masculine. Look at this closet. I've never really stopped in here, but I'm feeling like Dolly would love one of these as a little toy, so we're gonna pick something out. It's kind of a scary looking pig. Maybe a little dog friend, a little dog buddy. And turtles. That could be fun. A little teddy bear. She kind of looks like a teddy bear though. I don't know, I'm either thinking the turtle or there's one over here. I don't know why, but I'm kind of feeling this little hedgehog. Doesn't that have Dolly's name written all over it? I think I'm gonna go with this time. Okay, we're gonna head downstairs to the marketplace. I'm kind of liking this because that's definitely my kitchen vibe. I only can see like the smaller canister, but I really want the big canister because I have something I would want to put in that. And look at the prices. Those are so good. I gotta find this taller one. Okay, this is the last one in the whole store, and Shay said I could take it, so thank you, Shay. This is a new item they have, and I saw it online. It's handmade and beautiful. It's a little smaller than I was expecting, but you should go on and check the story out with this item. So it's $25, but it's handmade, and they have the whole story online, which is really cool. Oh my goodness, I love this one. It's so big, but I think these bigger sizes are out. They only have the little ones, which is a bummer, because when I drink a cup of cocoa, that's the size I like. That's too little. I think that's where it was supposed to go. Not really stopping here today. Say it isn't so. I always stop in the pillows, but I'm just not feeling it today. However, I might get one of these because I have an idea. It's our secret project. Okay, I've come for like a year and admired all these fur things. They used to have better colors. But after Dolly was obsessed with my tree skirt this year, which is fur, I'm like, maybe I should make her a little dog bed out of this. I'm not loving any of these colors though. This one kind of looks a lot like her fur, but not as pretty because hers is more brushed out. I was hoping to get one that was like white or something. Not feeling that color, but maybe it's okay. I don't know. Okay, for 40 bucks. I am not getting something that I don't love. So we're gonna have to keep looking. Look at this cute thing. It's like a shadow box. I really like the way that looks. Sweet. Even though it's kind of messed up right there, but I can't tell if that's this same frame and the glass is in a different location or if it's a different frame altogether. I mean, I think it's the same frame and they just push the glass forward. So that's interesting. But I also kind of like this artwork that they've done where it's just got a thick, fat frame. Okay, those are pretty. I've always liked their peonies here. Peonies. I'm going to get canceled over the way I say that. Okay, I'm done with the marketplace, and obviously we're gonna check a few little things on the way out to see if there's anything interesting up close to the registers. There's always some fun things. Also, we're gonna hit the as-is section just to see, but I'm feeling pretty good about the things that we've got. A bunch of small little things that are gonna be super easy to do and fun, so almost done. Oh my goodness, I just saw something and I have to get your opinion. Is this cute or is it creepy? Now, I love a good monkey or orangutan. I'm kind of getting creepy vibes from this one now. So let me know, is that monkey cute or creepy? I'm putting it back. And I love monkeys, they're so cute normally. Okay, they've got a lot of as-is stuff. I don't really have that colors going on, but it's really pretty. As-is section is stocked. It had a lot of stuff today, but nothing that I was really feeling, so we're gonna go check out. I didn't get like a crazy amount. I've gotten way more here before, but I got enough that I feel like we can do some fun DIYs. All right, so this is what we got from Ikea. What the hedgehog? What am I gonna do with all this stuff?
Dolly, I have a toy. You want the toy? Look what I got. It's a hedgehog. Do you want it? You want it? You want it? Get it. Get it.
I think she got it. I think she likes it. All right, now it's time to do our DIY IKEA hacks. And if you don't have an IKEA near you, that is no matter because all of these ideas should be easily replicatable. Finding things near you. So just take inspiration from all of these projects and recreate them because it's gonna be a lot of fun and they're all very easy to do. That is the point of this, is making small tweaks and making big changes from those small tweaks. Now, as I had mentioned on my shopping trip, I really wanted to do a special thing for Dolly. Well, she probably won't appreciate it, but I'm gonna appreciate it. I don't know, maybe she's got a little style in her. So what I was thinking is I came across that little wood tray. You've seen them if you've been at an IKEA, they are everywhere. They're all over the place, and I've never actually done anything with those little trays before, and I think that they are very hackable. So I wanted to do like a raised food mat for Dolly's eating, like an eating station, if you will. What I wanted to do is, it's obviously too low. She is a tiny dog, but I wanted to raise it up a little bit. I had these little, they're like little mini candlestick holders. They're in the wood section at Hobby Lobby, and I decided to flip them upside down and hot glue them to the bottom corners of the tray just so it lifted it up a little bit. And then what I did is I spray painted the bottom and the top in black, let that fully dry. So this is super easy to do. You could hand paint it out. I love spray paint because it's quick and easy, but you could definitely paint it with whatever paint you had on hand. And honestly, I think it would look really good in a like thicker paint, but this worked out great. And then here's where you can have a whole bunch of different options. So I decided to use like a contact paper, like a peel and stick contact paper. I considered a couple of different options. I had this black one that had like a gold herringbone in it, and I really considered that. I think that that would have looked very, very sharp. I also had like this linen look that I've had on hand. And I actually had a lot of options, but those are kind of the ones that I was toying with. But ultimately, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you're gonna know what I ended up picking, and that was the cheetah print. She's a sassy little girl, and so she needed a little sassy print there, and I thought that that would be really fun. Plus, it might disguise some of the dog food she may or may not knock out of the bowl, and that's kind of the reason I was doing this, is sometimes she knocks her food out of the bowl, it gets on the ground, And I'm thinking, well, if I had a little tray that caught it all, then I could lift it up and not have to bend over and then clean it off a little bit easier that way. So that's why I am creating this whole thing in the first place. And then I just cut it out to size and stuck it on. It was super easy. This took minutes and I love how it turned out. Now, what I'm not loving right now is her dog bowls, and I just am using some regular white bowls. I'm gonna order some black bowls. I think I wanna get ones that have a little gold trim on it. It will be very a little bougie. She's a little bougie doggy. I love her though. The white bowls that we have on there are a little out of place, but I'm gonna find something that coordinates a little bit better with what we've got going on there. And speaking of her dog bowls, I want to give a big thank you to Sundays for Dogs for sponsoring this episode. We love Sundays for Dogs in our house. We just feel really, really good about giving our sweet little fur baby really healthy food. I love that it's all natural ingredients, things I can find in my pantry, but it has all of the nutrients in it. It's got like beef and liver and turmeric and, well, maybe I don't have liver in my cabinet, but it's really good for you. But lots of these spices, but what I love most about it is the convenience of it. It is so convenient. I don't have to have something in the freezer and unthaw it. It's like ready to go. That has been really nice when we've traveled with her, and she loves it. As you can see here, she really loves her food. It's made her healthy, and she has been such a healthy little doggy, and we are so glad to have her as part of our life. So just a few things more to let you know about Sundays for Dogs. First of all, it's healthy. It's 90% meat product and then 10% superfoods and 0 synthetic ingredients. You could eat it yourself if you want to. I don't know if I recommend that, but you know, flavor. But my sweet Dolly loves it. So also it's super convenient. As I mentioned, it's easy. It's air dried, similar to kind of like beef jerky, which is a whole different way to make dog food. So that's awesome. And it was a veterinarian founded. So the person who founded Sundays for Dogs is a veterinarian. So you know that they really have the best in mind for your dog. So if you are interested in giving Sundays for Dogs a try for your fur baby, make sure that you use the coupon code and link that I've put in my description box for 50% off your first order. I know that your little doggy is going to love it. They have lots of different flavors to choose from. My little Dolly loves the beef one, so give it a try. Up next is another super easy Ikea hack. Very basic black frame that we got. It's not very big, and all of these, by the way, are going to be kind of kitchen themed. I'm kind of in a kitchen mode right now. We're doing some things in our kitchen to kind of make it really special. And coming up soon, I'm going to finally tackle that range hood that I've been kind of working towards, but we've been working on some Christmas stuff in the meantime, but we are ready to get going on that. This black frame is going to be such a simple hack. You can take any kind of flat black frame and recreate this look. So what I did is I took one of those corner molding pieces that I had on hand that I kind of tested out in my bedroom and then didn't end up using, so I have a lot of them in my possession, and I thought we could make this look like an antique frame, this very basic black frame, and that's what I set out to do. So all I did was took some hot glue and glued it to the top of that little frame. It's a 5x7. And so then I wanted to add a little bit more embellishment because we're gonna try to give this like an antique frame look. And I just took some of those pearl stickers that you can get at the Dollar Tree, and I just went in the middle of the frame all the way around on the rest of it. So then I spray painted everything in a black. It was already black, but we needed to make the other pieces black and let that dry. One of my favorite products ever is the Rub and Buff, and I took a gold leaf Rub and Buff, and I take those cheap chip brushes because I don't want to have to clean them afterwards, and I got a little bit of the Rub and Buff on. A little goes a long way, so you might have to kind of dab some of it off first, and then you just brush it on and get it to the desired look that you want. And I like to pounce it on and maybe go in a circular motion, just natural movement. And what's really nice about the black is it kind of gives it that aged look by having that black as a base, and then you can have that black in the creases, and then you hit like all of the high points with the gold and just get it to the desired look that you want. This is super fast, and of course the rub and buff dries almost instantaneously, so once you get done, it's ready to go. And I had an image that I'm going to use elsewhere, but I decided to go ahead and use it in this case, and I printed it out on some cardstock on my regular printer and put it in the frame, and there you go. I love how this frame turned out. It's a beautiful, tiny little piece of art. I've got an idea of where I want to put this. We're going to be doing kind of like a little ledge underneath the range hood because I don't have any more of the tile to take the tile all the way up to the top. So rather than leave it kind of unfinished when we put in this range hood, we're going to put a little ledge, and I'm thinking that there might be enough room for this frame, and I think this will look adorable, add some charm. I just love it. It's so amazing that we took this very basic frame, added a couple of little embellishments and some paint, and you have something that looks so high-end, expensive, and it was all just very affordable and very easy to do. So I hope this is something that you can replicate on your own. Have you guys worked with that rub and buff before? It's super addictive. Once you have discovered it, you'll be putting it on everything. All right, our next IKEA hack is so easy, and it's gonna seem very subtle, but it makes a huge impact, I promise you. So those little spice jars that I picked up while we were at IKEA had these kind of faux chrome looking lids on them. I have a lot of brass accents in my kitchen right now, so I decided to just spray them out in 18 karat gold Krylon spray paint. It's my favorite gold spray paint, and let that dry. Then to add a little bit more dimension, because I mean it's beautiful as is, but I wanted to deepen it a little bit and add a little texture. And the way I did that was taking that same gold leaf rub and buff and just pouncing it on the top, just very subtly. It adds a subtle texture, it warms up the gold just a touch, and I love it. And then I just put some of the seasoning and spices that I use the most in these jars, kind of oscillating back and forth whether I want to do a label at this point or if I want to do some Cricut vinyl or just leave it as is. And I'm kind of gonna hold off on that for now because I'm gonna be doing some brass gallery railing on this shelf, and I just kind of want to see how those jars look on it, and if I think a label might get in the way, so maybe I just want to leave it plain. But definitely you could put a label on this. You can find a lot of those on Etsy. I think it would look great with a label on it. You could use a Cricut vinyl and maybe a gold or something. I think that would look good. So just some options there. I love it as is, and I'm gonna just go with it for now until we decide otherwise. So one tiny change, and it changed the whole look, and I love it. It looks so much more high-end now. Okay, up next, yet another super shockingly easy IKEA hack for you. And I found these black jars with the kind of bamboo lids, and I'm like, I like these kind of as is, but with a few tiny modifications, they could look really high end. So the first thing I did is I kind of eyeballed center on these. I didn't measure it out or anything. I think I did pretty good, and I drilled a hole because we will be adding a knob in just a second to this to help get it on and off a little bit easier and add a little decorative touch as well. And then I went ahead and taped it on. So what I did is I pulled off the little plastic lip of the lid. I set aside the jar and we're just gonna be doing something to the lid. And I taped off the bottom part because I didn't really want to paint that part. So I taped off the bottom of anything that was gonna be below like the jar and not be exposed. Then I took out that same 18 karat gold spray paint and spray painted the top of this and let that fully dry. Was super easy. Then I pulled off the tape, and then I had these gold knobs in my stash already. They are the same gold knobs I used here in my craft room on my cabinet doors here. I cannot believe how perfectly the finish matched. It looks like it was the same paint color. I mean, there was no difference, honestly. And I just screwed those in with the regular hardware that came with it. It was exactly the right dimensions. It was perfect. And then I, re-put the little plastic seal on, and Now I have this absolutely beautiful, stunning jar with just like a very subtle change. I kind of contemplated whether I wanted to put some vinyl on it and add some more embellishments, but I kind of like the simplicity of it for right now. And maybe down the road I can also add something, but I think just making those two tiny changes to this really elevated the look of this IKEA hack. Super, super simple. Customized it for my decor. You could customize it for your decor. You could paint it a different color. You could put on different crazy hardware, maybe something that's really ornate, and get a totally different look that is customized for your kitchen. So what is your accent color in your kitchen? Is it silver? Is it the brass? Is it black? What do you got going on? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, 2025 is upon us. I cannot believe that. And I have a big goal that I'm hoping you might be able to help me with. I really would love to hit 500,000 subscribers this year. I think that is a goal that I've been trying to get to for a little minute. I really want to get this message of uplifting women and empowering women out to as many people as possible. So if you haven't already hit the subscribe button and you're finding value in my content, I would really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button and maybe sharing it with a friend as well. Let's get this message out to the world. And when we hit that goal, let's do something fun. Do you have suggestions of what we can do when we hit that goal as a community? Let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so this next hack is yet another super easy one, shockingly easy, and it's kind of funny. So I have recently discovered this hot chocolate that I am totally obsessed with. So I am really trying to eat like little to no sugar, and so I like sweet treats, and of course this time of year everybody's drinking hot chocolate, and I have tried like all of the healthy ones, the keto ones, and I found a couple that were okay, but nothing that really was like wow, until I found the world's healthiest hot chocolate. This is not sponsored, by the way. So I found this hot chocolate that has moringa in it, which is like a superfood. It's supposed to be detoxifying. It has like tons of vitamin C, all the healthy things. I'm not a doctor. I'm just reading what it says on the box, and my research has told me there's no sugar in it. I think the sweetening agent is chicory root, which also has a lot of added benefits. It uses cacao. Anyway, I was absolutely blown away by this hot chocolate. It is so rich tasting, it is so good, and it is sugar free. And so I even had my husband try it, and he was like, wow, that's surprisingly good. So if you're having sugar, it's not gonna taste like maybe like Steven's hot cocoa, but if you're off sugar, this will be like the most amazing hot chocolate you've ever tasted in your life. But even my husband, who is not off sugar, really liked it, so that's saying a lot. And it's so full of nutrients. Okay, my intent was not to sell you on the hot chocolate, but it's freaking amazing. And it's my little guilty pleasure right now. Not guilty, it's my guilt-free pleasure right now, I should say. So I've got that. And then I also sometimes use monk fruit as a sweetener, which is supposed to also be really good for you. I've got these two jars with these things in mind. So I thought this little canister that I found, which ended up being like a floor model because it was the last one, would be perfect for my little hot chocolate packets. And then the little one I thought would be really good for my monk fruit. So I thought it would be funny to label these healthy hot chocolate, because who's gonna believe that? I just think that just sounded funny. Healthy hot chocolate, oh yeah, right. And then not sugar instead of like a sugar jar, if that makes sense. Because anyways, people who are not eating that way in my house might leave it alone. I still thought it would be cute. So I decided to design this on Cricut Design Studio and then cut it out in some gold glitter vinyl. And that's what I did. I just sized it out, cut it out. Because it is like a foil vinyl, I needed to use strong grip tape to get it off. Like the regular transfer tape doesn't work with this, and it becomes a pain, but the strong grip works excellent. I weeded it out first, put the transfer tape on, put it on, and it was super, super fast. This took me minutes, and it kind of elevated the look of this. It customized it. It's a little quirky, it's a little fun, and I love the black and gold that I already have going on in my kitchen, so I think this will be a fun place to put that. What do you think? I love the way these turned out, but more importantly, I think it gives it a really cute place to store all of my fun little treats that I am indulging in guilt-free. And if you want to try out this healthy hot chocolate, I will link it below just because now I probably got you all intrigued. But if you're trying, like if you're diabetic or you're trying to eat less sugar, give this hot chocolate a try. It's amazing. Okay, since I got all talking about this hot cocoa, I thought we need to make it together real quick. So it comes in a pouch like this. Let's just whip this up. So I've got a little hot water and we're gonna just pour it in and mix it up. Okay, so we have this really healthy hot chocolate. We're gonna make it slightly less healthy, but this is actually not that bad. It's low in calories and hardly any carbs. So I just squeeze a little bit of that in. And voila, I have a fun, healthy nighttime treat. My little non-guilty pleasure. I kind of break down the whipped cream just a little bit to make it a little creamy. Let's taste it. It's so good. It's so good. I mean, as far as healthy hot chocolates go, or keto hot chocolates, this is the bomb. It is so good. Okay, you'll remember that we got a vase and like a planter pot and some flowers on our shopping trip. And that's what we're gonna do right now, is a very quick and easy arrangement. I love doing floral arrangements because they're so easy and you can spend a fortune on buying these. Why not do it yourself? Because they are such a doable project. I got this vase and I wanted to combine it with a pot, but I didn't want it to be permanent. So I just used hot glue because I wanted to be able to separate it if I wanted to down the road, but I didn't want it to be easily like knocked off of it. And hot glue will work for that purpose because you can easily pop it off. But if you're touching it, it's not gonna easily knock it over, if that makes sense. So that's what I did, is I just attached it with some hot glue. And then I took the flowers that we got, bent the stems, put them in the vase, and then we needed a few others. So I went through my stash and found some other white flowers and some greenery and just put together a very simple floral arrangement that probably took like 5 minutes. It was so easy and I love the way it turned out. There's something about white flower arrangements and cream and ivory flower arrangements that are just timeless and classy. And I know that there are some people who are opposed to faux florals. Fresh is always better, but sometimes, you know, you want a beautiful flower arrangement and you don't, you know, fresh flowers die. And so I think going with white is probably the best way to go for like a timeless, classy look. And you can see it here in the background and it looks really, really pretty. I think that the little pot is cute. It's a little heavy on the bottom there, so I don't know if we'll keep it on there, but I do like it. I think it's really, really pretty. I love how it turned out. Again, it's timeless and classy and super easy to do. This is a completely doable, easy Ikea hack, and they have all kinds of beautiful vases and containers. So there's so many options for that when you're looking at Ikea products. But again, you could get something almost similar anywhere. I mean, there's nothing like completely and utterly unique about this piece. And so yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, lately I have been seeing all these different unique ways to display your Kleenexes and your tissues, and I've seen people taking baskets and jars and all of that, and maybe cutting out a hole in some wood things and using that as a Kleenex thing. In fact, I think that one jar that we put the little knobs on, the black one with the bamboo lid, would be a really interesting one to try that out on. It's a little on the smaller side, so it might be really packed in there. But I came across this vase that had the reeded finish, and then it had this like gold plate with a hole in the middle of it. And I'm like, could we use that as a Kleenex dispenser? So that's what I did, is I took the top off, I took the Kleenexes out of the box, shoved it down in there, and then pulled them through. Now, it doesn't go through like the smoothest ever, and it's probably because the brass thing is not like mounted down. So you may want to like maybe stick a little putty in there so it kind of holds it in place if you like this look. I don't know if I'm gonna be using it like this forever. I just thought it would be fun to try. I think it's a really interesting concept. I might try something else. I thought it was fun. I'm definitely using it for now. It could work. When the tissues run out, I might use it as an actual vase because it's really, really pretty. So would you ever try this kind of unique way to display your tissues in your house? Or are you gonna just stick it in the box or maybe put one of those covers on? Let me know in the description box below. Do you like this idea? Do you want me to try a different version of this? Let me know and we will give it a try if that's your will. Up next is another super easy IKEA hack. Again, I found these really cute little planter pots that were on clearance for like $2.98, and they're cute as is, and I got 2 of them and I may use one as is. But then I had this idea. I had these little crystal things. I believe I picked them up at like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, a craft store. And I thought, what if I put these crystals in each one of these seams and kind of like, that would make it a little glam, a little bougie. Do a little dab of hot glue and stick them in like the corners of the quilting of the pot. And that's what I did. And I thought this would also work really well with like tiny pearls or whatever the look you're going for. I thought this was really fun. It's super, super easy. Took a couple of minutes. Totally changed the look of it from something that was a little bit more, not plain, but more plain than it is with the crystals, shall we say. And the crystals just give it a totally different look. Now, this might not be for everybody. You could switch it out for pearls, like I said, or something else. But I thought this was just a fun little twist on it and super easy to do. And I'm gonna have one that's plain, one that has a little bit of sparkle to it, and it's just a fun, easy one. And you could do this with other planter pots as well. You could even draw on the quilting effect with like a paint pen and do the crystal in that. And even though it's not necessarily embossed, you could find a solid black container and kind of mimic the look, if you will. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Super easy to do and super fun.
I think she likes it now.
Well, I hope this episode gave you some inspiration that you don't always need to do big, huge changes. Sometimes the small little tweaks can make big impacts. A big thank you to Sundays for Dogs for sponsoring this episode and helping to bring Dolly's little bougie food tray to light. And if you are interested in giving your dogs the gift of healthy dog food, make sure you click on my link below and use the coupon code to get 50% off your first order. It's worth giving it a try. And if you did enjoy this episode, here are 20 more IKEA hacks for you to check out. Give it a look. And to all of my DIY goddesses, you are more powerful than you know. We'll see you next time. Bye.